Now, before I begin this review, I was told that the point system was a bad idea. And looking at it, I kinda agree. It's just not my thing. So I'm going to go back to what I've been doing for ages with these reviews. Let's get started. This video starts off with Bowser watching Charlie. It turns off, thank God, and we see Bowser turn it to Manly TV. He's a commercial for a monster truck rally that says if you bring a friend, then they both get to pay full price. Wow, Bowser is stupid. Bowser realizes he has to take someone, and he yells for Chef Pee-Pee. He asks if Chef Pee-Pee wants to go to the monster truck rally. Chef Pee-Pee thinks that Junior would be going with them, but Bowser says Junior is still sick and can't go. Chef Pee-Pee is happy that Junior finally gets what he deserves, and Bowser goes to tell Junior what he's going to do. Junior is watching Lifetime when Bowser comes in to tell Junior the news. Junior complains and pretends not to be sick, but Bowser sees through this. Junior asks about a babysitter, and Bowser lies saying that he got a babysitter to come over. Chef Pee-Pee asks if Bowser actually got Junior a babysitter, and Bowser claims Junior doesn't need a babysitter being 6 years old. Chef Pee-Pee warns Bowser that's a bad idea. Outside, we see two robbers ready to, rob Bowser's house. One of them asks where the third guy, named Ray, is. Ray shows up wearing the wrong type of shirt for the robbery. We get a funny joke from the other two, and they decide to choose codenames. The person whom I swear is the Brooklyn insert profession here says he'll be George. The other guy says he'll be Paul, and Ray says he'll be Ringo. George and Paul facepalm, and they prepare to head inside. Back with Junior, we see him crying when he decides to play a prank. He decides to put a bowling ball on top of the door to have it hit the babysitter in the head when they come inside. Oh, okay, Junior, quick question. What is wrong with you? Back with George, Paul, and Ringo. They notice the door is open. Ringo goes first, and we get confirmation that Ringo's gay. Wow, and I thought Cody was the only gay person in SML videos. Okay. Ringo gets squished by the bowling ball. Okay, I may sound crazy for this, but this was really funny seeing him get squished. It's comedic. George and Paul mourn his death and realize that the house is trapped. They say they have to go on, however, as if they retreat now, Ray will have died in vain. George and Paul continue inside, and Junior notes that there are 3 babysitters. I use air quotations heavily. Back with George and Paul, Paul sees Thomas and wants to steal it because his son wants one. He steals Thomas, and we get a funny line from George. In the kitchen, George makes another funny joke, and we see a line of cheezits that obviously leads to a trap. They decide to follow the cheezits, and they find a gold watch. George urges Paul not to go for it, but Paul asks what would Ringo do. We get another funny joke, and Paul still decides to go for the watch. He goes for the watch, only for Junior to slam the oven door closed. Junior then runs away, saying that Paul is going to burn to death, and Paul dies, asking the question to the universe. Why didn't he just open the bloody door? Junior shoots George with his Nerf gun, but George knocks it out of Junior's hands. Junior runs into his room and electrifies the doorknob. All the while, George is saying he's going to kill Junior. George touches the doorknob and gets electrocuted. Again, according to him. George wakes up on the train tracks, and Junior asks if he's ready to die. Thomas, who makes the decisions as to whether he'll die or not, decides to run into George. We get another funny joke, and we hear the doorbell. We get a funny joke from Officer Goodman, and Junior tells Officer Goodman the whole story. Bowser and Chef Pee-Pee come home just in time to see Officer Goodman, and after realizing Bowser didn't get a real babysitter, he gets arrested. In the end, I want to ask a question. Why do people dislike this video? If anything, I thought that if they had more traps, this would have been comparable to a real Home Alone movie. At least the trapping part, that is. I thought this was a great video that gets a 4.5 out of 5 for color green range rating. Well, see you guys next time.